Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, the teachings of Eliezer Melamed, Shlita. Well, here we are on Zos Chanukah. This is live. I want to thank everyone for indulging us the last week over the holiday of Chanukah. We played some reruns due to the busy schedule, but also because of a bit of flu running around my house, so it was not optimal for this format. So I appreciate your indulgence. Hope everyone had a great Chag Chanukah, good Chodesh. Lots of exciting things happening. Please continue davening for Chayei Tzvah Agana Yisrael, for Shlomo Chol P'tzua Yisrael, and the return of Ron Gvili for Kfuras Yisrael. We learn each day L'ili Nishmat Sarah and Daniel Shemoeh Esreh Avdordon V'Shel Yishem Kam Damo. We continue our learning with Din Hatoah B'Azkaras K'Shom She'elasam. We're going to pick up where we left off a number of days ago. To'ah v'hizker geshem b'kayetz. Let's say you prayed for rain in the summer. Kivat sheba'os zman ein b'kach shevach. So since there is no great praise during this period, chayiv lachzor v'lesakein, then you have to repeat and you have to fix it. Imadayin l'sim es habracha yachzor l'schilasa v'yomer morid hatal k'fi she'omer b'kayetz. If you didn't yet finish the bracha, we're talking about the beginning of Shemoeh Esreh, you should go back and say morid hatal. Now, mind you, this is according to the minhag of Eretz Yisrael, or Nusach Sfard, regular Ashkenazim here in the diaspora, we don't say Merid Hatal, but you would go back and say Merid Hatal like you do in the summer. If you already finished the bracha, then you have lost out. Since, as we've said many times, that the first three brachas are considered like one unit, so therefore you would be required to repeat Shemoeh Esreh from the beginning. So that if you said Mashiv Uruch Mored Geshem in June, then you would have to repeat Shemoeh Esreh. Ta'avelo Hizker Geshem B'chor. So let's say where we find ourselves right now, and you're supposed to mention rain, and you didn't mention it, so you didn't say Mashiv Uruch. Im Hizker Tal, if you said Mored Hatal instead of Mashiv Uruch, K'fi she'onem b'kayetz Mored Hatal, Kivan she'amar Shevach Mesuyim Shekasher Lamayim Ein Tzarich Lachzor. Since you did say some sort of praise that's related to rainfall and water, then you don't have to repeat Shemoeh Esreh. Avolim lo hisker gam as atal. But if you said nothing, you didn't even say tal. Since you left out a very important praise and thanks to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, so then you have to go back and repeat Shemoeh Esreh. To'ah begish geshem b'chayetz. If you made a mistake and you asked for geshem, and this is again, we're talking about mentioning versus asking. So mentioning is mashiv uruch mored geshem mored atal, and the asking is v'sein talamatar or v'sein bracha. So To'av bikesh geshem b'kayetz. So in the summer, if you were mevakesh geshem, kivan shebikesh bakasha she'ein arui. So since you made a request that was not fitting, kilkelas birchas hashanim v'chayv lachzor l'sakein. So then the bracha of birchas hashanim, you have made a mistake and you have to repair that. Imadayin l'siyam es tefillah. So if you didn't yet finish your davening, yachzor l'birchas hashanim, you have to go back to the bracha of birchas hashanim. V'yomrena karoyin, say it properly, and then say v'sein bracha as opposed to v'sein talamatar. And you finish from there till the end of davening. And if you already finished your davening, you have to go back and daven Shemoeh Esreh again. So on the same token, then we'll see what happens if let's say right now a person didn't say v'sein talamatar, you said v'sein bracha instead. If you didn't yet reach Shemoeh Tefillah, yamshich b'tfilasav k'shegil bracha Shemoeh Tefillah. So you should continue, and if you get to Shemoeh Tefillah, you're allowed to have any sort of requests during that bracha, so then you can make a request for rain. And then you'll correct your mistake. But if you're already past Shemoeh Tefillah, then you've already missed the boat, so to speak, and you have lost out on the place where you were able to repair. And you lost all the brachas that came subsequently. And therefore, you have to go back to Birchas Hashanim and you have to say it properly. And then you finish Shemoeh Esreh from that point on. And you already finished Shemoeh Esreh and you already start to take your 3 steps back, since you forgot again to ask for geshem, your tefillah is lacking, and therefore you have to go back and daven accordingly. So it's very important, these insertions that we have, which again, it's always important to have a sitter, but even when we have a sitter, sometimes our minds wander, and sometimes our mouths go quicker than our brains, which is a human condition that is difficult for many to begin with. But it's very important that these few words do matter, because we have to ask for rain at the right time, we have to mention rain at the right time, and we have to not mention rain and not ask for rain at the right time as well. So glad that this is the right time for all of us. And just also a programming note that we'll have Emerit Hashem we'll learn this week. But next week and the week after, I will be traveling. I'll be in Israel with a couple of important work missions, so we probably will not have the learning during those couple of weeks, but we'll resume Emerit Hashem when I get back from that. But we thank you for joining us this week. Again, Zos Chanukah Sameach. Please continue davening for Chayalei Tzvagan Yisrael, for Shalom Chol Tzvei Yisrael, turn of Ran Gevila L'Kfuras Yisrael, Ili Nishmat Saren Daniel Shemoeh Esreh Damo. Thanks so much for listening today. Have a great day. See you next time.